So let's continue with a new topic, that is solution of homogeneous partial differential equations involving the derivatives with respect to one independent variable only. Okay, so what do you mean by this? So first of all, we are considering a homogeneous PD, means no mixed partial derivatives will appear. Okay, first thing. Second thing, the equation will involve the partial derivatives with respect to only one variable. Okay, so what do you mean by that? Either the partial derivative of the independent variable will be given in terms of x or y, not both. Okay, the partial derivatives that are present in your differential equation will be either with respect to x or with respect to y, not both at the given in the given equation. And secondly, if you consider such an equation, that equation can be treated as an ordinary differential equation. So for example, I'll just write an partial differential equations with derivatives involving with respect to one independent variable. Okay, so let's consider this equation. Dou square z by dou x square plus 4 times dou z by dou x plus 5 into z is equal to 0. Now this equation can be treated as, this is a PDE only, partial differential equation only, and it is homogeneous and it is involving the derivatives with respect to only one variable. Yes or no? Just see that. Yes. Therefore, this is homogeneous and all the conditions are satisfied. Such an equation can be treated as ordinary differential equation, ODE. Yes or no? Because there are partial derivatives only with respect to one variable. No y term. Dou z by dou y is not there only. Right? No other variable is appearing. No derivative of z with respect to any other variable is appearing except x. Yes or no? So such an equation can be treated as an ordinary differential equation. Okay? And we can rewrite the same equation like this. D square z by dx square plus 4 times dz by dx plus 5z is equal to 0. Now if I ask you, this type of equation you have already solved in your previous module, second module, is it not? This is nothing but ordinary homogeneous ordinary differential equation, and you know very well how to solve this. Okay, hereafter the solution is same like what we have done before. Okay, so only up till here you just have to verify whether the partial derivatives of z are only with respect to one variable only or no. After that you can treat that equation as ordinary differential equation, and that ordinary differential equation you know very well how to solve it. Okay, so let's continue with problems. You will have still points getting cleared there. Okay, so let's continue with the problems here. Now here is one problem I have brought for you. Solve dou square z by dou x square plus z is equal to 0 given when x is equal to 0, z is equal to e to power y, and dou z by dou x is equal to 1. Okay, let's see how to solve this. Now see, there are partial derivatives of z only with respect to x. So I can treat this as ordinary differential equation. Okay, so given dou square z by dou x square plus z is equal to 0. Okay, can be written or can be treated as d square z by dx square plus z is equal to 0. So this looks as if it is an ordinary differential equation. Yes or no? So we can write this like this, or I can write it as d square. Now how do you solve it? You replace d by dx by capital D. D square plus 1 of z is equal to 0. Now you know how to get the auxiliary equation and the roots of the auxiliary equation, is it not? So auxiliary equation is, the auxiliary equation AE is equal to m square plus 1 is equal to 0, or m is equal to plus or minus I can say. Right? So the roots are complex. Yes or no? So how do you write the solution for z? YC, ZC used to write. There used to write YC, here it is ZC. Okay, but I am not going to write ZC. Okay, first I will show you how to write ZC and then consider Z directly. Okay, so you write Z as, directly will write Z because it's an homogeneous differential equation. So write directly Z. Z is equal to, yes, first you write, yes, e to the power, the roots are complex, yes or no? The real part is 0, the imaginary part is 1. So e to the power 0 into x c1 cos x plus c2 sin x. This is the rule. C1 into sine of the imaginary part of the root plus C2 into sine of the C1 into cos of the imaginary value of the root plus C2 into the sine of the imaginary value of the root. I hope you remember this, how to write solution when the roots are imaginary. Okay, so using that you can easily write this, but here there is a small change. Okay, we have attached these arbitrary constants here. Okay, but make a note, we are solving a partial differential equation, not an ordinary differential equation. So when it comes to ordinary differential equation, you can write C1 and C2, but because we are considering we are solving a partial differential equation, and that too, look at the partial derivatives with respect to which variable it is. It is with respect to x. Okay, so instead of writing arbitrary constants C1 and C2, we write arbitrary functions of y. Any two arbitrary functions of y. That is the important part that you need to know. Up till here you know how to solve it. The same equation it is. Ordinary homogeneous differential equation it is. Yes or no? So from here up till here I don't have any, I suppose you people have no problem with it. But when it comes to solution of partial differential equation, make a note, because we are solving a PDE, don't write arbitrary constants C1 and C2. Here we replace C1 and C2 by the arbitrary functions of y. Okay, so right here, since z is a function of x and y, we treat that as an x and y, and only the partial derivatives with respect to x are present. Okay, so y is being treated constant there while considering the derivative with respect to x. So instead of writing arbitrary constants like previously we used to write instead of writing arbitrary constant, we wrote the functions of x and y whenever it was required. Is it not? The same we do here. So therefore z should be e to power 0, which is 1. Instead of c1 you are going to replace c1 by f of y cos x plus c2 by g of y sin x. I hope the point is clear to all of you. Okay, this is very important part. Okay, up till here it is not a problem at all, you know it. So this is the important point. Okay, after this yes, you are been given with, when x is equal to 0, your z is e to power y. Look at this, the question says when x is equal to 0, z is e to the power y. So let us do the substitution. Given when x is equal to 0, z is equal to e to power y. Okay, so it will be e to the power y is equal to f of y cos 0, it's 1, plus g of y sin 0, it is 0. Yes or no? Because x is 0. So therefore from this you get f of y to be e to the power y. You got the value for f of y. So keep it with you. Okay. Now we'll substitute the value of f of y in our z. This is the solution which we have got. Okay, in which we have to find the values of f of y and g of y. Okay, so we have to substitute the value of f of y in this solution. So let's do that here. So you will get z is equals to, I'll continue it here, z is equals to f of y is e to the power y cos x plus g of y sin x. This is what you get. Okay. Next, we are being given with one more point there, dou z by dou x. You are being given with dou z by dou x. What is dou z by dou x? When x is equal to 0, dou z by dou x is equal to 1. It's given to you. When x is equal to 0, dou z by dou x is equal to 1. This is also given in the question. So we are having z like this. So let us work for dou z by dou x. Differentiate this with respect to x partially. So dou z by dou x will be equal to e to power y. It's constant. Keep it as it is. Derivative of cos x minus sin x plus g of y, again constant because it's completely a function of y. Okay, so no need to do anything. What is in differentiation of sin x? It is cos x. Okay. Now given when x is equal to 0, dou z by dou x is 1. 1 is equal to e to the power y sine of 0, 0. Okay. Plus g of y cos 0 is 1. So you get g of y to be equal to 1. So let us substitute the value of g of y over here and write the final answer for z. Z is e to the power y cos x plus g of y is 1 sin x. This is the complete solution for z. Okay. Now let's continue with the solution to this problem. We are given with dou square z by dou y square is equal to z, and when y is equal to 0, z is equal to e to power x and dou z by dou y is equal to e to power minus x. Okay. So the solution in previous example we did in detail. Now I am just going in a small in a shortcut way. Okay. So the given equation can be treated as d square z by dy square minus y is minus z is equal to 0, or is equal to z I can write first, or this implies d square z by dy square minus z is equal to 0. Okay. Or further I can write it as d square, I'll do it in the next line. I can do it as d square minus 1 of z is equal to 0. Auxiliary equation is m square minus 1 is equal to 0, or m square is equal to 1, or m is equal to plus or minus 1. So the roots are real and distinct. So what should be z? The solution z should be, yes, what should be z? Look at this, you are given with the derivative of z with respect to y. So the solution contains y there, not in place of x. In place of x you have to write y everywhere. And instead of writing c1 and c2 like in previous case, we are going to attach the arbitrary functions of what? X, because there are partial derivatives with respect to y over here. It's a partial differential equation with respect to y. So x is treated constant. So instead of writing arbitrary constants, write the functions of x as arbitrary constants. Okay, arbitrary functions of x. So I will write first I will write using c1 and c2, then later we'll substitute for c1 and c2. c1 into e to the power y, because it is dou square z by d square z by dy square, so e to power y will come, plus c2 into e to power minus y. Now instead of these constants c1 and c2, replace them by arbitrary functions of x. So it will be f of x into e to power y plus plus g of x into e to power minus y. I hope up till here everyone has understood. Okay. So this is what you get. Okay. Now we are being given with when y is equal to 0, z is equal to e to power x. So use it. So what do you get? E to power x is equal to f of x e to power 0 plus g of x into e to power minus 0. E to power 0 or minus 0, it is 1. So therefore you get this equation as f of x plus g of x is equal to e to power x. Write this one. Okay, and the final answer is here. Okay, later we have to work for f of x and g of x. Substitute in this answer. Okay, for now we have got one equation, that is f of x plus g of x is equal to e to power x from the given first condition. The second condition is given what? Let's check the condition here. Yes, it says when y is equal to 0, dou z by dou y is e to power minus x. So we have to find dou z by dou y considering this as z. Okay, so our z is f of x into e to power y plus g of x into e to power minus y. So differentiating this with respect to with respect to y, so dou z by dou y will be f of x, derivative of e to power y is e to power y. This is constant because it's purely a function of x, an arbitrary function of x alone. Okay, y is not there. So you have to treat this as constant, only differentiate e to power y. Plus again g of x, an arbitrary function of x, so keep it as it is. In differentiation of this, it is e to power minus y into minus sign. Okay, so now again it will be f of x into e to power y minus g of x into e to power minus y. This minus sign I am multiplying here. So this is dou z by dou y. Okay. Yes. I hope up till here it's seen. Okay. Now we have to substitute the value of y as 0 over here. Okay. When we put y is equal to 0, dou z by dou y is given to be e to power x, e to power minus x. Okay. So right from here, when y is equal to 0, dou z by dou y is equal to e to power minus x. So substitute that. So e to power minus x is equal to, the left hand side is e to power minus x, just substitute in dou z by dou y. So f of x e to power 0 plus, sorry, here it is minus g of x into e to power minus 0. So that is again 1 and 1 over there. So you will have e to power minus x is equal to f of x minus g of x. Or you have got one more equation, f of x minus g of x is equal to e to power minus x, and you have got one more equation which we had done here. So f of x plus g of x is equal to e to power x also we have got. Okay, now simply add the two equations. You see the two are getting cancelled. 2 times f of x is equal to e to power x plus e to power minus x I can write. Okay, or your f of x is e to power x plus e to power minus x divided by 2. Yes or no? Yes. And what do you mean by this? It is cos hyperbolic x. Yes or no? F of x is cos hyperbolic x. Now, I can use the value of this f of x and get my g of x. So for that, yes, I am having f of x plus g of x is equal to e to power x. So g of x is equal to e to power x minus f of x, or it is e to power x minus e to power x minus e plus e to power minus x divided by 2. Okay, so you should be getting this as e to power x minus e to power x divided by 2. It will be e to power x divided by 2. Minus of minus plus minus of plus is minus e to power minus x divided by 2, or it is e to power x minus e to power minus x divided by 2, which is sine hyperbolic x. So this is g of x. So we have got g of x, we have got f of x. Okay, all this will substitute in our solution for z. Okay, let us do that here now. So the final answer for z is equal to f of x, we have got cos hyperbolic x into e to power y, plus g of x we have got sine hyperbolic x into e to power minus y. This is the complete solution for this problem. Okay, let's continue with one more problem here. Now let's solve one more problem. Dou square z by dou x square is equal to a square z, given that when x is equal to 0, z is equal to 0, and dou z by dou x is equal to a sin y. Okay, once again the given equation can be treated as d square z by dx square is equal to a square z, or I can rewrite it as d square z minus, 1 minute, d square z by dx square minus a square z is equal to 0, or I can rewrite it as d square minus a square of z is equal to 0. So you know how to solve it. The auxiliary equation is m square minus a square is equal to 0. M square is equal to a square, or m is plus or minus a. So the solution z, now make a note once again, you are having d square z by dx square. So the solution will contain x, and instead of writing arbitrary constants c1 and c2, write a function of y. So first write the solution using c1 and c2 only, but later you have to change it to arbitrary functions of y. Okay, so it will be c1 e to the power a into x plus c2 into e to power minus a into x. But c1 and c2 must be replaced by the arbitrary functions of y. So z is equal to f of y e to power ax plus g of y into e to power minus ax. Okay, yes, up till here I suppose everything is clear to all of you. Now it's given what? When x is equal to 0, z is 0. So let's use this. So 0, left hand side is 0. Let's put x 0 here. So f of y e to power 0 plus g of y e to power 0. Minus 0 is once again 0. I mean it's 1 only. So you have f of y plus g of y is equal to 0. This is one equation. Okay. Now secondly, it's given that when x is equal to 0, dou z by dou x is a sin y. So let's work for dou z by dou x from our solution. We have the solution as z is equal to f of y into e to power ax plus g of y into e to power minus ax. Dou z by dou x, derivative of this with respect to x, treating y constant. So f of y as it is, derivative of e to power ax will be a into e to power ax plus g of x as it is, but in differentiation of e to power ax is e to power minus ax into minus a you will have. So that minus a I am writing here. I hope that point is clear to you. Okay, I am replacing here directly. Okay, I hope this step is clear to everyone. Now when x is equal to 0, dou z by dou x is equal to a sine y. So let's use this. I'll do the further part here. All of you, please make a note. Yes. Now dou z by dou x is a sine y is equal to f of y. You are putting x 0, so a as it is minus a as it is g of y. Sorry, here it is g of y. Okay. Here it should be g of y. Make a note. I had written x. Okay. Now e to power 0 here, e to power minus 0, they both are 1. Okay. A is constant. Get it outside. So a sine y is equal to f of y minus g of y into a. Okay. A gets cancelled. So you get the equation finally as f of y minus g of y is equal to sine y. Okay. You have got already one equation, f of y plus g of y is equal to 0. Add both the equations. Okay, g of y gets cancelled. 2 times f of y is equal to sine y, or f of y is equal to sine y divided by 2. Okay, but since f of y plus g of y is equal to 0, so g of y is equal to minus f of y, or it is minus sine y divided by 2. You have got both the values for f of y and g of y. This is your f of y, this is your g of y. Let's substitute them in your solution for z. Okay, this is the solution for z, right? So let's do the substitution here. I'll erase this now. So the final answer should be z is equal to sine y divided by 2 e to power ax plus minus g of y is minus sine y divided by 2, there is plus, so because g of y is minus e to power minus ax. Okay, sine y divided by 2 is outside, e to power ax minus e to power minus ax you will get. Okay, or you can further write it as sine y and this thing e to power ax minus e to power minus ax divided by 2 can be written as, yes, it can be written as, I shall erase this now. It can be written as sine y into sine hyperbolic ax. So this is your value for z, the required z. Okay, this is the solution. I hope this is clear to all of you. Continue with one more interesting problem in my next session. Till then, thank you.